Hello and welcome to the Pro Series first event of 2024-2025. My name is Greg Gouillart. This is Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube, and alongside me, Kevin Burns. Hello, Kevin.
Well, good afternoon. Well, normally it's good morning because we're normally on the air by now. But
yeah, we do regret the technical issues that prevented us from being able to broadcast the first one. But this is the second qualifier shift, a field of other bowlers here at Academy Lanes in Haverhill, Massachusetts. The way it works, 5-string roll-off to make it to the eliminator phase that will come on later, the playoffs in effect. And we will feature the bowlers on 16 and 17. Jim Nestor is on the left, Justin Scally on the right on 16 and 17. Nestor's got good count here, just the 5-pin.
Scally with a 4 horseman on the left side. Just missed the object pin, which will be the number 1. Nestor with a spare. And Scally with a 9.
There we are, taking a look here. Jeff Walsh is Scally's partner. They are teammates on Team Academy 1, thus both wearing Academy Lane shirts. I'll pan that camera to the right in just a moment. Nestor filling a spare, just with 3.
Scally with a big ball, drops 8, a wobbling 7, 5-7. Later, Paul Grant will be joining us. How later? We don't know. Oh, Scally just missed.
Scoreboard will be up in just a moment as well.
Nestor with a 9. Actually, no, that was
on a spare try, actually.
Yeah.
It was a good crack at that.
Very good crack at that.
Scally 9.
18 after 2. Nestor with a 10, 23 after 2.
So this is elimination doubles. I mentioned Scally and Walsh are up here. Jim Nestor and Justin, a.k.a. JT Lyonnaise, his partner. I'll go over more on the format in just a moment. Scally's got just the 8-10, fortunately. 7-8 for Nestor as pins still continue to fall down. And wood available. That's Candlepin Bowling for you. 3 balls per frame. Play the wood as it lies. That ladder rule unique to this game of the Northeast. No need to go ball for ball in this format. All the lanes are independent in truth. We're just featuring these lanes as a pair. So Scally has 8. This is a spare try for Nestor, and the wood shoots behind the 8-pin rather.
Shoot behind the 7-pin.
8 behind the 7, and that will not convert.
And there's a 10.
Every pin matters, and Nestor's got them all down to this point. We're playing for Pro Series points, as well as some cash prizes for the top 8 men. There's also a women's tournament. If only we could be in both places at once. I do intend to feature the women in future competitions. They have their own tournament going on. 5-string qualifier as well, and a playoffs of their own. Top 3 will make the money there. But all top finishers in both qualifiers and the playoffs will earn Pro Series points. In the elimination phase, will earn Pro Series points. And it's these points that determine the end-of-year standings for Bowler of the Year and the bracket for the Tournament of Champions, 2 distinct titles.
Correct me about where is the finals this year?
I will check into that. I looked it up. I apologize.
I'll try looking it up right now. Being here at Academy, the internet is so spotty.
At times, they've done a lot of steps. There were some malfunctions with the hardware, but that could easily be on my side. I have not ruled that out, and knowing my luck, it probably is. Scally 4 horsemen left side, 1, 2, 4, and 7.
With a piece of wood between the
4 and 7, yeah, that helps.
That does help. Does it carry? With the way Scally throws, he just missed the object, but if he hit the headpin, yeah, it would have carried.
Got that swooping delivery. Nestor 3 out to begin his 5th. I promised a scoreboard. Here you go. So Justin Scally 4 for 5 on the head pin, but he'll take just a 9 box in this one. Nestor's still working through it. He's only lost 2 pins to this point. As Jeff Walsh takes the lane on 17 to start his qualifier. Jim just takes 6. That'll be 47 at the half. Not head-to-head, we got lanes 13 through 36 in use. Academy Lane's a wonderful 44-lane facility here in Haverhill, Massachusetts.
And let's not forget the 12 lanes that are being used in the river.
Actively at the speak. And yet still the green room to the right, which is available for open bowling as we speak. This is JT Lyonese. He's got the 4 horsemen. Ditto for Walsh.
Same leaf. But JT has more wood. Carried on it. Oh, at least a 7 pin.
Oh,
you can't believe it.
That's a face that tells a story. JT spares to start.
Earlier today, it's not on video. Everybody knows who Paul Berger is. He's the pro that threw a 500 on TV. Keith Blueprint had the 5 pin. He had 2 pieces of wood all around the 5.
Oh, I know where this is going.
You saw the look on his face. He was talking to me about it outside in between turns, and he was like, I can't believe that happened. And I said to him, you played it right where you had to. Nothing you can do about it.
JT's going to repeat with the 4 horsemen. Walsh luckless with the spread eagle, excuse me.
How does that happen?
How does it?
In the words of Steve Bronchuk.
By the way, yes, many Candlepin fans know about Paul Berger's 500. That's a heck of a try there. That's the wrong 3-in-1 split conversion. Wrong time for it. Lyonese 10. If you haven't seen Paul Berger's 500 triple, check out Wolfman12395 on YouTube. Mike Sweeney runs a great channel there. Full of some of the great classic episodes of Candlepin bowling, including some from Tom Olsta's 22-game winning streak, and as happens to every competitor on that show eventually, a loss.
Yep. Oh, big splash, and there's a strike for JT.
Dials in on the head pin, and there's the outcome.
Buried the head pin on that one.
36 and 2 balls in frame number 3. Walsh waiting for action to his right. That's actually Nick Norcross on lane 18, who just won Outrun the Bear. A similar elimination-style tournament that takes place at Ryan Family Amusements in Millis, Massachusetts. That's a ton of fun. And Candlepin Corner is uploading the final 2 rounds because they were bangers.
Were you there yesterday?
Just actively watching.
That's
a double strike for JT. Big time moment. It's a marathon, not a sprint, but Lyonese is coming out storming. That's how it should look. Walsh again, 1 pin shy of the spare, though a little more understandable this time. Had wood to the left, but it's not at all convincing that it would have been any more help.
So a few things happened this week that I think everybody wants to know about. JT dropped 6 on the first strike.
Decent count, you see it here. 52 through 3. Can he? Yes, he does.
Wow.
16-10 and a spare for the fills, and Lyonese is going to sit down on a great half.
82 plus half.
Well, still there.
Carrot.
5-8-10.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Third straight split.
I don't like that word.
Jim Nestor stands back up on 16.
I don't like that word on carrot.
Maybe he could trampoline the 5 to the right. Walsh misses the target in any event.
Nestor drops 6. The 1, the 3, the
4 and the 7.
4 and the 7, yeah. 1, 2, 4, 7. 4, no, it's the 8.
Walsh takes 9. Nestor misses his spare try.
So anyway, I don't know for our viewers who follow Candlepin Chat, a few things happened this week I think needs mentioning. Aaron Fontaine, Tom Olsa's oldest grandson, threw not only a high 5, but also a new high single for bogey lanes. And there's been a lot of debate about it.
That's true. Walsh spares 47 and a ball.
Myself and Paul Grant and Scally all agree it should not count for records because it didn't happen during league play.
It's true, and even if Aaron Fontaine had gone north of 245, which is the ICBA high single, International Candlepin Bowling Association, it almost certainly would not have been recognized because it was not under the controlled conditions of competition.
Exactly.
But nonetheless, 236, that's hype, isn't it?
So I was talking to Aaron a little while ago, and Aaron said to me he was having lunch with his grandfather. Of course, we all know who his grandfather is. Oh, Scally with a bomb. And he said to me that Tom has 10 more 200 games than he does. and of course, we all know how Tom, and there's a strike for Jim, and Tom's been trash talking Aaron for how long? Since we covered, there's a lemon drop.
Just a 6-pin out for Scally.
And I'm more biased towards where Nate.
Oh, that's better. Count 1 to 10. Scally spare on strike.
But I can see where Scally's going with it. I see where Paul Grant was going with it. You saw what I said, and I'm pretty sure Nico will probably upload something about it as well. I mean, it should not count as a house record. It should not count as or anything of that nature because it did not happen during league play.
That's 10 for Nestor. Scally's spare fill is 5. And essentially, yes, it was done in practice, and that's the end of the official discussion here. But still, 236 compared to the 245 high record. And many thanks to Luke Marvin, who Fontaine was bowling against, for recording all that.
Nice.
In fact, that's on Instagram.
I mean, I'm proud of Nate. It's a great accomplishment. You can count it as your own high single if you want, but
that's a story I'll be telling many people if that were me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, kudos. I mean, you learned from the greatest Candlepin bowler of all time.
Ooh, Nestor checkmark didn't quite take out the 7 as well. Scally's spare fill, that's just 2.
A weird 2, too. But he
First ball.
Does have a plank, though.
Yeah, first ball following marks hasn't been good for Scally. The 1 was on a strike, which has really helped out his score. Jim Nestor gets a 9-box. He finishes in triple digits. That's 101.
Well, Scally just told us that he didn't bowl Friday night. So the last time he actually bowled was on Tuesday in his league years.
Now, Lyonnaise is back up on his 82 half. Good out for Scally. He's up to 100 in just 9 frames.
And Lyonnaise dropped 7. That'll put him over 90. Oh, just missed 90 for the half. 89 for the half. That's also like half right there.
Lyonnaise is capable of explosive numbers. Just sometimes he gets into that groove where just everything works for him. Just so powerful, and even on a head pin miss, everything's dropping. Now this, you can't miss it twice, unfortunately. He'll need an out here. But again, a good pro score is about 120. Good pro average is 120. Lyonnaise can just pin out much better than that.
Went for an 8, so that'll bring him up to 97.
Scally wants to finish strong. He's only got 5 to get. He's only got 5 down, and now 7, 107.
Well, yep. So, I don't know if you know, it's great they put the same scoring system in that Lita has.
Yes, I did, and Andrew Medeiros of Cubica is going around just to make sure everything's working well. So far, so great, I'd say. One of the advantages of this over CompuScore, even though CompuScore is such a nostalgic favorite still among many in Candlepin world,
Oh, what a
is that
shot.
scores are able to be recorded much more efficiently to the front desk, and thus it's much easier to compare results instantly and reduce those sorts of delays. So although I will miss the semi-automatic aspect of it, there is a great efficiency gained here. Plus, for open bowling, it has a number of options that make bowling feel just a little bit more like a party if you're just here to take one of the lanes here at Academy and just have a great time with you and yours. Jeff Walsh, 47 and a ball at the half. This ball is 6, namely, so make that 53.
And Lion Ace drops the half. Worcester on a spare. That puts him at 109.
A contrast to the rest, for sure. But why not dial back in like that? 5-8. Walsh on a spare try. Really tried to get across there. Tough with a right to left ball. Lioness pins out well, all told. JT is on 118 through 8. Lioness also in the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. Walsh gets 10. 1-2, 9-10 for Lioness.
You also have the 5-pin back there, too.
So he does.
So it's the 1 to 3, 5, 9, 10. That can go. Give it a ride. Oh,
Yes, it does.
he gave it the ride, like I said. His score is a little off. Yeah, his score is a little off. Our score is correct, but his score here is going to be a little off, but I'll be able to figure it out.
Walsh only misses his first head pin in some time. He only missed in the first as well. He's now got the 1-7-10, that famous high-low shot.
How much is it worth nowadays?
I don't have much change in my pocket, sorry to say. He'll take that out for 9 as the Woods stymied the pin action a bit. 72 through 7. Now, Lioness's score has suddenly gotten deleted back somehow.
Yeah, because it wasn't reading. That's the one thing I hate about this system. It doesn't read everything like it's supposed to. Because Nick and Keith had the exact same problem.
Maybe I'll offer an assist. I'm 100% sure you are missing. Your fill was 2, you had a 9 and 8, and you're on a spare and 9. 2 fill, 9 box spare. There we go. Helping out the bunch there. 10 for Walsh. Don't tell Paul, 82 through 8.
Paul getting special. All right, that's still working on his score. Yeah, he's on his.
Gouillart, yeah, unfortunately, messed up more of the score as it happens.
It should be at 120.
Hey, Billy, the half was 89. I'm not sure what's happened there, but we'll see.
Yeah, so he had a 7.
Oh, what's
Right?
Yeah, he should be at. I don't think we're off.
I didn't think so either.
Drop 6 on the spare.
Walsh's third ball, 9.
That was a 6 on the spare.
6 on the spare, 8 in the box. Yep, so that should be 142 all told.
But that gave him a 140.
140? Okay.
No, it should be 142.
I did have 142, but, you know, my score's not official. Push comes 2. Hey, we got JT here, so we started with 4 horsemen here. You got spare 6 and a 10.
What was the spare fill on the 6 one? The first.
I had you on 7 for that one.
Okay, that's what I did wrong. So because I put it in wrong.
Sorry, folks.
41. No, because when you gave me the 2, I put the 2 in the 6.
Oh,
That's what I did wrong.
Gotcha.
And Carrot ends with a 101.
That's how it goes. Pretty good head pin accuracy throughout, all told. Maybe fell off at the end, but 101, I'll mark that accordingly. And there we have it. We'll take an audio timeout. I'll edit this out, actually, and we'll go from there. Be right back. And welcome back. It is the second string of 5. We'll get that text box updated. Greg Gouillart, Kevin Burns, Candlepin Bowling Network.
Later we will have the one and only Paul Grant.
There is only one Paul Grant. Do not accept friend requests from anybody else.
Exactly. And that brings me to another point. Matt Nichols Facebooked me last night. And he wants me to start the Candlepin chat again.
What?
He wants me to redo the Candlepin chat. But that's a debate for everybody that can get into.
The politics of Facebook groups.
Oh, yeah.
Jim Nestor on 17 and Austin Barnes defending Easter Classic champion. And you see his Academy 2 shirt. He was featured on one of our recent Friday Night Pro League broadcasts. He gets a 6-9 to start. JT can't spill out the head pin this time around. See? Oh, didn't get in the pocket just. Barnes only slightly overthrew it.
All right, so to make my point about the next tournament is on Saturday, October 19th at Lindy's in Quincy, Mass.
What a delight.
Oh, yeah. And that is a singles elimination. On November 23rd is a skins tournament at Botwell's, if you watch Candlepin Corner Skin Shows.
In Concord, New Hampshire.
Yep. Now, the mixed doubles is in Augusta, Maine at 1710.
Again, yep.
Yep. That's on the 19th and 12th of January. I probably won't be there. I am not making that drive again.
I happily will. That's a strike Nestor.
But it remains to be seen. If I get the finance.
Mixed doubles is very popular. Spare. Barnes picks up the check mark.
The next tournament after Augusta is the day after Valentine's Day, the 15th, is a doubles knockout, and that's at Leaderlings in Nashua. On the 15th of March is a singles knockout at Timberlings, and the playoffs is on the 5th of April, and that is at Exeter. So there's the schedule for the Pro Series for this year.
Exeter Lanes, the final. Can't believe I forgot that. Rob Ficarra Sr., great owner there. And recently featured on the Approach podcast with Danny Finn and Jeremy Seaholm. Available wherever you get podcasts usually. Just a 5 fill for Nestor on that strike. Barnes gets 9, crushing all but the 10 pin. Good out, Nestor. Jim has 34 through 3. Barnes to pick the sub, drops in the gutter.
And Greg, guess who just walked in?
Oh my God, it's Paul Grant!
The only Paul Grant, not Paul Grant 2.
There's no chance he's the only Paul Grant on the planet, but he's the Paul Grant we all know and love. That's 9. 9 boxer Barnes, 38 through 3. This is Candlepin Bowling Network on Facebook and YouTube. This is a strike from Jim Nestor, and to see more great shots like that second strike of his string, please like and follow on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube so that you're always in the know about our future Candlepin content.
The reigning Pro Series champion is also bowling as well. That's Aaron St. Cyr. Bowler of the year was Tim Douglas.
And Blanca Gacharna in the women's tournament. Hopefully the women will be able to have a year-end tournament as well. If turnout increases, they very might do so.
You know what's funny? A couple days ago on Facebook, one of the ladies was looking for a partner. I mentioned it to Terry Ann, and Terry Ann was like, yeah, I want to do it. But no money. So that's why I'm not in the field.
Tough thing, tough entry fee as well.
It is. And especially where you want the points to become a member, too. So
Barnes has the spare, never a doubt there. Spare smudge was up erroneously. Now it's correct, 48 in the ball. Nestor 9 fill, 10 box to bring him up to a 63 half for those two hammers.
You know, I'm happy I wore my blue one and he wore red.
Yeah, interestingly, Barnes, blue and red actually pertains to Academy 2, Austin Barnes' Friday Night Pro League team. They are wearing red this year, as opposed to the navy and blue you see Austin wearing now, 6 fill.
And that's the shirt he wore when he almost tied the 213 at Lita during Easter. 10 pins away from tying that single record.
That's the Mike Yao record.
Yes, it is.
John Zernicke had a 211 in Easter Classic specifically. What a try on that. He'll have to content himself with 10.
Now, there's still that big debate going on about Jennifer's 210 that she threw.
Jenny Rowe, yes.
Yeah. From what Danny told me, and I did interview him on Facebook about this, he did say the ICBA did go. They did their investigation. They did all that. Now they're just doing a witness petition that the ICBA requested from Millis. And once that's done, we should hear very soon on what happens. So it's very likely that Jennifer will have the high single.
Very good. For quite a while now has been Brenda LaMagdalene on 207.
Now we just got to get Brenda to throw it to 11. That way she can take it again.
Now, part of the verification process is confirming that the bowler did not commit a foot foul at any point. Normally, that's enforced just through foot foul lasers, which, by the way, are in use here at Academy Lanes.
Are they used at Mills?
No, they are not. They've not been in service for some time. I see the housing for them in the where you would expect the lasers to be, but I don't see actual equipment there. However, if I may complete this, Ryan's has surveillance cameras, which I think gave the ICBA enough of a view so that Rowe's footing can be examined, and they may well permit the record anyway, to your point.
Yeah.
Toss across. That's a 10 for Lyonnais, but a good shot nonetheless, and you never know when those pins will matter in this 5-string format.
In my opinion, I think she deserves it because from what I heard, there was no foot foul committed.
An 8-box for Leach. Records are falling quick at Ryan's Millis. Conditions are well taken care of. I know Steve Reno Sr., who is bowling the Pro Series field among many others, do great work with the Pindex here. Not all like the slick Pindex. Some wish there was more of a challenge to it, but it's very exciting to see. And the thought of no woman having rolled 210 before Jenny, although I remember Shelley Carr with 214 unofficially, still, all those women in their own right have made history in this sport.
Joey Rosano is in the Hall of Fame. Tony Marie Baldinelli in the Hall of Fame. All of them were capable of throwing 200s in their prime.
Nick Leach has been plugging away here. He's got 10. He's going up the line here, 7, 8, and 10. Got a couple of splits, as does Lyonnais. The lanes are not linked, but it's the lanes for featuring. JT cranks in 3, 5, 9, 10. Third straight split. And you see those red circles light up on the Cubica system every single time that happens.
Makes my job so much easier.
7, 8 for Leach. He's got his third straight split. Lyonnaise just gets the back two, 3-10. Now these doubles partners, Barnes and Leach, are discussing this right now. The wood is not perfectly horizontal, Lyonnaise 9 box, on Leach's shot. The red line would just take the 8-pin alone, so he's going to have to play it to one side or the other. I think Leach looked back, but Barnes has his head turned at the moment.
No bowling balls, I think, for
Possibly. JT's looking over, but he's welcome to go anytime. I may be misunderstanding the situation, in fairness.
I don't. Yeah, during qualifiers, you really don't go ball.
Even in this elimination format, as opposed to knockout, which is a head-to-head matchup, but this is elimination where we just consider the whole field at every stage of the playoff. Right side of the wood doesn't take it for Leach. He goes open. Or no mark, I should say. Lyonnaise is a puzzle as well. Wood way out in front. The wood next to the 4 is probably too deep, but he'll try it anyway, and there you go. A 9 box for Nick Leach, 34 through 4. So Lyonnaise has a 45 half, albeit hampered by 4 splits that he just couldn't overcome. It's marked as a spare, but I don't think that's correct. Excuse
No,
me.
it's not.
Okay, they're correcting that now. Cluster of 5, Nick Leach. Cluster of 5 there. Cluster of 5.
No go.
He got on the 2-4 side. It's possible Leach wanted to get on the 2-5 with his ball.
Jim plows through. Leads 6 and 8. That's a tough split right there.
For the third ball, at least. Threw the full ball he wanted to at that center cluster.
Yeah,
Now the wood spins out, and he's stuck with an 8 box.
So I just saw that you were talking to Mr. Paul Grant. I take it he's joining us in the third string.
That's right.
Okay. Which makes it a little easier for me.
Austin Barnes, I think after waving his partner goodbye for some reason. That's only the first time Barnes has missed the head pin, the string 4 horseman. Nestor is looking at the 1, 3, 5, and 8 on lane 17. Academy lanes in Haverhill. Largest house now indisputably. Lita Lanes sadly closing their Lita's Lighthouse, although
That's been closed since July.
but it allows them to better maintain their proper Lita Lane center.
Yeah.
I think you will find that will be money well spent. Just a hunch, based on how well they maintain it already.
They need to do a few more things to it, but that's my opinion.
A 9 box for Barnes. I think the quirkiest thing about Lita Lanes is the reset lights are there, but they're tiny. I wish there was some way to make them more visible. Other than that, they've got the Cubica system. They've got great ownership in the Howards and the history to show as well.
And they finally got the new pins that I was complaining about for years.
And I'm not going to make this a partisan political issue, but just saying we have had a presidential visit to Lita Lanes, and New Hampshire is polling as a sort of toss-up state. Maybe worth a visit.
If you get Harris up there, I will die a happy man. I think
George W. Bush was the last presidential candidate in the 2000 run to visit Leda Lanes.
he actually threw one ball and he got like a 9 drop from what I heard.
Not surprising.
Bill Clinton was there once as well, and he got like
Really?
yeah, he actually did a whole string, and he did okay, but
For being the first time, I suppose.
yeah.
An 8-box for Barnes, 80 through 7.
Now here's a fun fact. Did you know that there is 2 10-pin lanes inside the White House?
Yes, I did. That's right. And they converted to string pin setters. Boo. I believe Richard Nixon days that was installed, if I recall correctly.
Now, if I ever became president, say goodbye to the 10-pin.
Come on, one frivolous use of taxpayer dollars, please. 148 for Jim Nestor. He's on 90 through 8.
I'll pay for the pins out of pocket. I only need,
I'll hand set my own. It's fine. Please.
I only need, what, 23 pins per machine?
Candlepin's probably biggest setback at the moment is that it must be a free fall game because of the live wood. There is no way to have string pin setters unlike
You can't do it.
every other form. Well,
You can't do it.
interestingly, it has been tried on at least one occasion by one center I've heard of. Nestor 10 box for 100 through 9. Barnes is delayed. But the tangles, as you can imagine, tangles is what stops at ball string pin setters, but much more so in Candlepin. And thankfully, that was during the days of Bullmore free fall pin setters, so they were able to make the pivot. Nowadays, Bullmore is defunct, so there is no company that currently makes these machines that are dutifully resetting the pins. But thankfully, they're built to last. Nestor's got his best look.
The last time they built a new machine, they came up with the Z4 machines that Wamisit has. Leda's Lighthouse had them as well.
Right.
They're a lot faster than the E machines, believe it or not. You've been to Riverwalk. Riverwalk has the E machines.
Half of Exeter, Millis, right?
Yep.
Family Amusements, yup. Those things whip into shape. This is a spare fill in the 10th. Nestor, good count. Get over 5, get over 8, maybe? Not quite. 19 box, 119.
But I digress.
Please do.
Masons had the D machines. Those are nothing. Here you have a mix of C's and
In
D's.
Leominster.
Yeah. Here you have a mix of C's and D's. You also had C's and D's at Exeter as well.
Justin Lyonnais beginning on 17 with the 136 in his back half. Beats all the splits he had in the past 4. Barnes is back in action, 2-4. Wrong pin for Lyonnais. One other thing about the Model E is the pin setter really whips there. It's possible it could distract a bowler, but although I feel like pro bowlers past the point will be able to block that out. Still, though, in my local leagues, I try to refrain from hitting the pin setter button in someone's face if I can help it. Rightly or wrongly, maybe some will argue that's pace of play as well, and we want to.
There's no time clock in Candlepin bowling.
Just as long as we're spending the time bowling and not waiting around. And speaking of waiting, thank you all for your patience as we get this upload on Candlepin Bowling Network. We regret not being able to bring it to you live, but we are pleased to be able to bring it to you in some form. Lyonnais 1-8. Austin Barnes 1-2-4.
Lion is just over.
Elimination doubles. This is just the 5-string qualifier for the partnerships. Top 24 should make it through at last check.
So anyway, I didn't mention this. Barbara mentioned that there's points per each round in
Yes.
the Pro Series. In
As
order
ever.
to get points, you have to become a member. So for the ladies this year is $60, and for the men is $80. But it has to be paid before you throw your first ball.
And that price gap is to energize women's turnout, which is up at this point. Same time last year for the doubles tournament that was held at Ryan Family Amusements Millis. This year, it's here at Academy.
Oh my God, I remember last year. Danny Finn kept on yelling at Paul Grant, and I was like, will you stop yelling at Danny, Paul? I say all the time, we call Danny Captain Yell a lot. Of course, you know Danny very, very, very well because you bowl out of Millis.
I'd say yapped in America, but that's a moniker an esports player of League of Legends uses. Austin Barnes spares on that single. 109 in a ball.
You know, you were on the mic at the at Harvard for the ASCT finals.
That was on a score sheet, actually.
Yeah. I remember Danny kept on running up to the pins, and when Josh Daly knocked one about halfway down the lane, and he was just standing there looking at it. And I asked him, what were you doing to the pin? Why didn't you just pick it up? And he said, well, you know how much I like to yell, so I was yelling at the thing. And I was like, dude, it's not going to answer you.
Got some good shooting here. Barnes ends up at 115 with a 16 on the end, and Lyonnais spares in what 10-pin bowl is called the foundation frame. A 6 here. Still the chance to go 100, but needs a mark in order to do so. Lyonnais got spoiled with that last string, but still is going to net out to a pro average through these first two strings. A 1-3 just disappears on him. He thought he buried that.
Okay, I have another good story for you.
Please, I like good news.
Well, you know how you like hearing about my bowling and all that, right?
Of course, Kevin.
Okay. So, my team this year at Leader, okay, is Terry Ann and I actually picked out three new people. And one of them we know very, very well. He bowled in Class D last year in the ASCT and lost in the finals. Rich Lerner.
That's right.
So I picked him up, and I said to him, because the Pro Series was starting, and I didn't know if he was ready for it or not. Well, I said to him Wednesday, I was going to ask you to bowl with me today because I wanted to do it. And you know what he said to me? Thank you for thinking of it. So there's a future in bowling with him. But the guy is a phenomenal bowler. He's getting up there. A few things to work on, but he's doing pretty good.
And that's generally the experience I've had with a lot of bowlers. You're respectful to them, they'll be respectful to you. Leach spares that 7-pin.
So anyway, going back to what I was saying about Rich, Terry and I picked him up. Guess where my team is in the standings this early in the season?
Are you first?
We're in the top 5. We
Okay.
are number 2.
But you just started this league.
Oh, yeah. So, another piece of good news, Terry Ann joined the ladies' league. She's actually second in average over all the ladies. She threw a new high single and a high triple 2 weeks ago.
Ooh.
She went 102.
4-7-10. Come on, Wood. You're hitting the 10, not dropping it, though.
She threw a 102, and she ended up with over 260.
Very nice.
She went 267. She beat her high triple by 3 pins for a new high triple.
Nicely done.
And of course, you know me, big mouth, Facebook Paul Grant. You know what he said? Not wow. He said, awesome, awesome, awesome.
We need that sort of positivity in the world.
Yeah, we do.
Four horsemen in an 8-pin. The women were throwing some crazy scores at Millis last season. Say what you will about the conditions, but the top average is there. Madison Riva had the top one, and that was a 130 average for her, if I recall correctly.
Well, let's not. You correct me if I'm wrong. Her partner for today is Amanda Carroll, right?
That's stacked, if so.
Can you double check?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Okay, so you know where I'm going to go with this. You have one of the top female bowlers, no, the top 2 female bowlers in the game today bowling as partners.
I take nothing for granted, but they were 1 and 2 in the mixed internationals as well, here at Academy Lanes, mind you. 5-pin for Leach. 7 for 9 on the head pin to this point. Wood's right there in front of the 5. He goes high on the wood. It spins in anyway. Second mark. Been pinning well after that 7 and 8 to begin. And it's just been 10s, 9s, and spares all the rest of the way, and Leach is starting to build a string in the late going. Still has time to do so.
So I was just talking to Sonia Johnson. She told me that the scores in that side are rough than over here.
Tougher conditions in the we're in the blue room, so-called, the red room on the left.
Yeah, I mean, I just said to her, I was watching Keith and Freshie during the first half, and poor Nick and Keith were getting hosed. I mean, the highest game I saw was Dean Sullivan's 140-something. But you saw Freshie throw a 170.
Yes, he did.
But
A lot of spares, just one after the other.
oh, here's a high-low. You know, I love that shot. That's actually my favorite shot on the deck.
You'll love to see it go.
I've seen it go, and I made it go.
It's a 100 for Leach, the 215 for that pair. Nestor and Lyonnaise end up with 218. We'll be right back with string 3 in just a moment.
And, of course,
And welcome back, string number 3. Kevin, you had a thought before I cut to break, excuse me. Do you still have that thought at the top of mind by chance?
yeah, I was going to say Paul Grant's going to join us, but Paul Grant is...
And we'll see him in just a moment, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
This is Austin Barnes on lane 17 with the 1, 2, and 9. Chris Jones, who we recently featured in Friday Night Pro League coverage. He's wearing the Central shirt, but he's with Team Hingham out of South Shore Country Club in Hingham, Massachusetts.
He's bowling with Tim Susi. Oh, what a shot.
Cluster of 4 goes to begin. Jones and Susi, 2 quiet assassins on the lanes. Susi, who's been bowling a long time, including in houses out of Vermont as well, if I recall correctly. I believe he mentioned North Star Bowling Center, among others. He did very well in last year's Sanford Singles Elimination, excuse me. And actually had the top pinfall in there. Remember, folks, you get Pro Series points for the top qualifying scores, top several qualifying scores, but in diminishing from first place, and in deep playoff runs.
And from what I heard, when Barber was making his usual spiel, the top 24 men are advancing. The top 8 are getting paid.
Top 8 getting paid for winning 2 rounds.
Yeah.
That's a spare. Good comeback by Jones after the 12.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Paul Grant.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good to see you again.
Oh, it's good to get some rest for a change. Sleep, what's that? I got some good sleep last night. I feel great now.
Good to see you.
So, Paul, how many fingers am I holding up?
5.
Okay.
I have good sight. I can't read the small print.
You can't see it, folks. We'll just cover for him.
And because I missed the first shift today, I can say extra time now. Welcome back to the sounds of the soothing sounds of Greg Gouillart.
Here I am. Jones has the back row less than 9 now. Interesting wood. Phil is 7.
And let's not forget, Paul has every opportunity to use me as a punching bag.
Okay, I want to be nice to you, okay? All in good fun, but and I was going to say, and then there's Kevin Burns, you know?
You
As long
know,
as y'all are chill. Now, that 8-pin got tangled up. That was a strange result on Jones's ball. No mark.
Austin Barnes and Nick Leach won in Leda Lanes a couple of years ago, the Pro Series doubles.
that's right, they did.
And this is a good tandem. Chris Jones, who's the number 2 seed next Saturday, the Candlepins for Cancer Top 5 Variety Show at Webster Timber Lanes, Abington, Mass. Home of the chocolate chip cookie pizza.
Oh, that sounds good. Buy me one. If I make it down. I don't know if I'm going to go. And let's not forget, we also have the ICBA.
And we got the ladies' money match, too, next Saturday night, also the 28th extra lanes.
Oh, God.
Let's talk about that between breaks here. Let's get back to live action. Austin Barnes on lane number 17 at Academy Lanes Pub, 125 Haverhill, Massachusetts. The Bradford section. Stop on by, 725 South Main Street. Check out the new gorgeous bar. High-quality pub-style food. Pizza is awesome. Pretzels, burgers, a whole lot more. Pub 125 at Academy Lanes. Now in its 3rd year. Debuted at the Worlds a couple of years ago. Austin Barnes, 9:45, no mark half. He had 3 strikes Friday night, the Friday Night Pro League game of the week on Candlepin Network in that first string. Chris Jones threw a 139 Friday night in that first string. He's at 48 through 4.
Directorial note about the scoreboard. They light up a yellow number in total for when it's incomplete. So that was actually Barnes working on that 4th box. He was on 36, then the pin tax on 37.
Yeah, I have to get used to these new scoreboards.
Now you see him drop 6 of however many, and that yellow number lights up on box number 5 you see.
All right, it's great to be with you guys again, especially you, Greg.
Great to have. Hey. Here we go again.
Kevin's awesome. I like Kevin. Kevin's fine. Kevin does a good job helping out.
Barnes needs to drive this plank straight through. See ya.
So anyway, I've been meaning to ask you, how did it go on Thursday night with the class up at Baltwell's with Faye Sawyer and...
Oh, Faye was great that night. She was awesome. She bowled really well. She took 12 points off Rich Lerman, who was in the finals in Class D last year. He's a good bowler.
You know who Rich is bowling with on Wednesdays?
You?
Yeah.
You guys in last place?
No, we're in 2nd.
Oh. That's right. You're sandbagging your average. That's why, right? Jones 50.
Should be 58. That would be 48 to.
The scoreboard's behind. They got to watch that scoreboard. We noticed that Friday night. A lot of errors in the automatic scoring. A lot of pros don't prefer that. They prefer the manual scoring.
We were actually doing some extensive editing of JT Lyonnaise' string. He was getting undercounted as well in the same way.
Actually, no, we're actually in 2nd. We've been crushing it this year. We only lost 1 match.
So Lerman's carrying you again, huh?
No, I got Terry Ann and 2 other guys.
Oh, and your average is like 55. What do you expect? You know, you can only get better, you know? It's going to
My
help
average-
your team win.
Ooh.
Leach missed that chance.
Paul, my average is 75.
That career high?
No, my career high is 79, 80 somewhere.
Oh,
in
there's
there.
hope for you, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Nick Leach shots out the object pin for a 9.
But I'm not going to mention. Yeah.
3rd string of 5, qualifying rounds. Playoffs next on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube in high definition. Tim Susi gets a shake on the 1. This guy from Western Mass, he's a great bowler. He was a 135 previous average, his highest season ever.
How many 200s does he have?
I've got it in my notes.
No rush. Leach
I'm here last minute, so I'm going to get my. We don't know who we're going to cover from string to string. So
Leach sees Wood
get him
curl
out.
all the way around the head pin, interestingly. So he's got 1-3 with Wood in front.
I've only got about 1,000 bowlers bios here. Let me find it. It's in alphabetical order. Hold on.
Got to have a card catalog or something like Dottie Lawrook.
I know. I might do that, but I do extra research, more fun stuff, just nothing the stats.
Spares for each of our featured bowlers.
But I did mention this to Bob Lee, Paul. Maybe I should take all your stats and put them on a file.
Yeah,
on the computer.
we've talked about that.
Yeah. So maybe I should take all the stats and put them on a file so that way we can all have them.
All right, so wild guess, how many 2-1s do you think Tim Susi has?
3?
Greg?
2?
Boom, 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 boom. 1. None. He has a 192 high single.
Wow.
High triple, 481, high 5, 748.
Wow, he's on in the 200 club.
Yeah. 2-1s can be overrated sometimes. So it's good. It's a good thing to have, obviously, but
Not everyone has one.
right.
Okay, so earlier before you came, Greg and I were having a little debate about Aaron Fontaine's historic 236.
It was a money match.
Okay.
I just talked to him about it, actually. It was a money match. It wasn't just practice. It was a money match.
Okay, so technically we got it wrong. So
House record. Here's a house record.
so technically it does count because.
And I asked him, did you rub it in your grandfather's face, Tom Olson? He said, well, he just said, I got 11,200. You got 1.
He said the exact same thing to me.
Yeah. He's a good guy, too, Aaron. Very level-headed. He gets emotional at times, but very focused. Let's get back to action here.
And again, Luke Marvin streamed that on his Instagram, so you can see it for yourself. I think it's Luke Marvin 18.
How about
Sorry,
Jenny
Paul.
Rowe with that 210 of Millis?
That is still up for debate from
Yep.
I just interviewed Danny Finn about it. Danny said to me, oh, the petition just went out to the ICBA. All the bowlers that bowl in Jenny's league have signed a petition to be the witness for
Well, there's
it.
an ICBA meeting, I think, coming up this week or so, next week or two, so they'll make a decision by then, I'm sure.
Nick Leach on 3 straight marks already, 55 plus through 4.
Are you going to be at that meeting?
I'm not the ICBA board. No, I'm on the voting. I'm on the Hall of Fame voting committee now.
Okay.
And what's last time around? I have to pay. You have to pay to be on the board.
Ooh,
I wouldn't mind, but
I would love to be on the board, but
I was invited to one meeting. It was very encouraging, very, very interesting. You get to see what the proprietor struggles are that some of the bowlers don't always see and appreciate because, I mean, I was talking to the owner yesterday. He said it costs $80,000 to $90,000 during the summertime, and I lose like $80,000 in the summertime because there's not enough business. But I got to pay for lights and motors, and machines, and if you don't get the business, you got to pay rent and all that stuff, and it's expensive. So they got to make it up in the fall leagues, winter leagues, things like that. In the bottom.
when I was working at Mason's, Al Mason said that what saved him was his miniature golf course that he had outside and the ice cream stand.
Nick Leach, 4 marks, 73 plus at the half. Susie got blocked by the wood.
I think Nick Leach wants me and Kevin to keep talking. He's getting marks. All right, we'll get back to action. We keep saying
$10.
Usually I talk about the stuff in between boxes.
Man, I wish my motor mouth was enough to get me good Candlepin scores. It helps others, I suppose. I mean, Candlepin chanting is an art form in a certain way.
We're up at the halfway point of the second qualifying round. Academy Lanes, Haverhill, Mass. In Pub 125. Tim Susie on lane 16 with the crossover, the diamond, -1. Look at the 3-6, the 8 behind, rather than 9 behind the 3.
Good side
3-6-9.
solid triangle. Arson's working on his spare.
He hits the pocket.
At least 6, the 2, the 4, the 6, and the 7.
See, I like to say 3-6 right, 4-7 left, because people know the pin numbers. Some people don't know the pin numbers. That way it makes it easier for them to understand. That's just my take on it, but I understand. That's the traditional way of saying it.
Plus 3, 4, 6, 7 seems, well, near adjacent on the number line. That's
Yeah.
not so bad, but it is. But Barnes cuts
Oh,
this
geez.
over. The 7's going. It's not going to tip back for the 4.
That's just my take on it. Who am I? Tim Susie missed the object pin. He'll take a 9. And a 54 half. Chris Jones, teammate, 57 half. Pro Series doubles, season kickoff for the Pro Series.
This is your schedule. I know you need it.
No, I saw it. First time going to Lindy's,
Yeah.
October 19th. I won't be there. I'll be in Maine doing the up at Newport Entertainments in Newport, Maine, that Friday and Saturday. So you guys are on your own that weekend.
Well, he's going to be on his own for the 9:30 shift.
I'll be at Butwell's on the 23rd of November, January 11th.
No problem.
We'll figure it out.
You two are going to have to do the Augusta one. I'm not going to be there for that. But you're going to be on your own for the 9:30 shift at Wendy's, though. Unless we can get Bob Lee out of, semi-retirement.
Barnes, nice shot. It goes.
Second mark in 3.
73 to ball through 7. Jones leads up 1 pin. Is that the 5? I can't see it from
Yes,
here.
it is.
It's the 5, yep.
Sticking.
We're way back. I got obstructive view also. I need a perch. I need like a pedestal.
This, if
Of
it
course, the
helps.
camera, too. I'm not used to looking at the camera. I like seeing it live. It's more fun seeing it live than on TV.
Ain't that the way? Well, hey, we're glad you're watching out there on Candlepin Bowling Network, mind you. But if you are in the area, wherever the Pro Series might be, and there's space for you in the center, it's not enough room for all of you watching. We've seen that already, the way you pack in our videos. Thank you all very much for watching, and we're glad you get some good seat.
You just read Dave Barber, one team. You get Josh Daly, Jimbo Ayotte. Some good lineups here. Aaron Fontaine with Corey Alisi. Ed Woodside, Sean Sears bowling here also. Others.
Oh, Tilly just threw a bomb.
He's at 97 plus 2 in the 7th off of lane 15. Chris Jones knocks it down, spare. 7's a wild, 7, 7, 7, 77 through 7 in the 3rd of 5. Second qualifying round of 2.
Oh, nice
Barnes,
shot.
what a
by
shot
him.
that goes.
There's a wild shot.
91 of the ball through 8.
So, Paul, I want to ask you a question. When I texted you to Terry Ann's new high single, what did you say to yourself?
She's better than you are.
Yeah.
That was very well known. That's known worldwide.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's on tape, but
Please share this video with your friends to make sure it's known worldwide.
do we need to do station identification?
Well, not yet. Not yet. I'm just getting warmed up here. I'm just still waking up. Jones picks up again.
Good thing there was wood there. Those pins are tough on their own.
Very tough.
Up to 95 and a ball in the 8th. Barnes wraps around the 5-7.
I do see my scoreboard's one higher than theirs. I'll defer to the official count. But
Barnes 98 through 8 before the mark, Phil. Before this box, where the 98 is confirmed through 8, right?
that's good. That I've got.
Nick Norcross 73 and a ball next.
And in any event, the scoreboard you see on screen is unofficial.
Barnes 9, 107 through 9. Nick Norcross went outrun the bear yesterday. Millis and Ryans. Oh, bombs away, baby! Strike for Chris Jones.
What a way to go 3 straight.
$50 in bonus money.
That'll apply during the variety show when we do that.
They're going to get $50 instead of 25, by the way, that 3rd string, because we're not doing 5 normal strings, only 1 regular string. So we're going to get $50 in bonus money next Saturday, the 28th, during the live show, starting at 10 a.m. Mike Morin joins Greg Gouillart and myself. Always a treat to have Mike Morin and Greg, of course, as well.
That'll be Candlepins for Cancer, but a new variety format we're trying with formats that, mind you, has been played in other.
Well, it's just one time for the show. Riverwalk Lanes will have roll-offs in January and Buttwells in March, and hopefully Harvard Lanes and or Spare Time Recreation in May.
Yep. But
That goes the plans.
But we're combining a lot of tried formats: 1 ball, 2 ball, 3 ball, and
Well, I
normal
talked to John
string.
Pumphrey yesterday in Abington during the ACST match. We're going to do a 9-pin next time in Abington, 9-pin Candlepins for Cancer event.
Oh,
And that'll be the
Okay.
last string, and then 369 where your spotted strikes in
Well, It's
369.
going to only be 9-pin, be 5 strings of 9-pin. All right, Jones 5. They'll make it 7 in the strike, 122 through 9.
That is 8 down, is it not?
which one?
On lane 16? I only see the 110. Am I wrong?
Yep, 110.
Yep.
Well, see if the bowler notices. I'll put 8 on the board in the meantime.
Oh, it's Nick Leach, not Nick Norcross. I said the wrong name. I know who Nick Leach is.
Nick Leach is at 91.
Well, 82 at the half.
82 at the
Puts the
half.
score automatically now ahead of time. And right on again, another spare. Look at him go. He's on fire. 92 in a ball through 6 here in the 3rd.
His high single is a 190, is over 190. So,
I'll tell you in just a moment. I've got it right here.
of course you do.
Big string cooking.
I would love to see a 200 live, though. Actually, I have seen one live.
His high was 176 when I first started covering. It's now 194. High triple of 446.
Oh my. Oh my. Here we go. Now, he needs multiple strikes in a row to go 200, but hold everything. I'm not going to rule that out just yet.
102 through 6, 112 plus 2 through 7. And Greg Gouillart says,
Wow.
I haven't said it once, just for the record, okay?
That was a very Mike Morin affect on that.
Yeah, I know. It did sound like Mike Morin. We'll have to do that next week at the live show in Abington.
I'm spoiled rotten getting worked with them so many times.
I know I said too much probably. I don't care.
Oh,
The chocolate
boy.
chip cookie is delicious. Pizza is delicious. There's no sauce. It's just chocolate chip cookie. But it looks like a pizza style. They cut it pizza style. 8 slices. It's only $12.99. It's delicious. Right out of the oven.
You're going to make our wider audience jealous of that.
I know. Make me all hungry.
You're going to make the diabetics of the audience a little jealous of that, too,
I
Paul.
know. Susie delivers 8. Look better than that.
Oof.
Wobbly 9 and 10. Leach fires away again. Off the mark this time, but still 7. 136 on a strike on lane 17.
That's only the first headpin Leach has missed this string.
Nick is from Londonderry, New Hampshire, originally Nashua, New Hampshire. Returning 33 years young in November. for another mark. Oreo cookie time. No chocolate chip cookie, but Oreo cookie. Cream in the middle, the good stuff. Wafers on the outside. Kevin probably ate the wafers first. Knowing you, Kevin, right? You scraped the cream up at the wafers first, right?
No. We had this debate last year, and we got Rich's wife involved when you and I were covering Rich's match.
Nick at 8 on the strike, so 120 through 7, 9 to the box, 129 through 8. Susie at 9, 73 through 7.
He still can get 160.
Another good ball.
A little off. I don't let that split.
2, 5, 10. Let's see if the wood settles down.
I don't let the wood. But he does have a guide for the 2-pin. I don't think it's going to carry the 10. No, that's not going to carry the 10. There's no way it's going to carry the 10.
Nick credits Dean Sullivan, who took him to Palace Lanes, where he won the doubles King of the Palace in 2016.
That's mid. I told
Ball went behind. It wasn't far off.
It wasn't, but it's like I said, I didn't let that wood. All over it.
So he contends himself a 10.
All over it. I'll take a 10 off of that lead.
That's a spare for Leach. 139 of the ball make it.
No, that was
that 10?
10?
Okay, the scoreboard shows spare. Okay, I missed that. I can't see the block in my view. I got to build a treehouse here or something, you know. Or
you know what you need to do? You need to get like one of those little footstools.
I know.
That they sell at Five Below.
Kills your feet after a while, though. Leach spins back. 1, 2, 9, 10. She's at 139 through 9.
He's a wood right on the 10.
Susie, 6, 7. There goes the 6 for a 9. Just 82 through 8. Leach.
Miss.
Off the head pin, trying to get to 149. Nothing wrong with that.
Nice.
Nice 10. 149 it is.
Only 2 pins left standing in that string.
And, Ball's never happy. He's like, I should have had a 180, or 200. No, but we're all like that. We're so competitive. Great string. And what did Josh got? A 150. So, Josh, bragging rights.
Yeah,
high five of sorts.
You got the microphone?
Yeah. It's right there. It's right in front.
Hey, what are you doing beating Nick Leach 150 to 149? What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Josh Daly.
He is my teammate, so I had to beat him. I'm kidding. No.
you like? Come on, deep down inside, you love it, right?
Oh, yeah. But he had a good game. I had a good game. I like to see good games across the board, so I don't know.
Hey, what's up with your Central 3 team? You lost 1 string this year in 3 matches. What's wrong with you guys? Only 22-2? You're supposed to go undefeated.
No, never good to go undefeated. Trust me.
Like the Patriots?
Yeah, except. Yeah, but we're just trying to do the best we could and have a good time. That's all.
Susie strikes in 9.
I'm glad to see my teammates and my friends bowl good. That's what I want the most.
Jimbo Ayot's won 5 Pro Series himself.
That's amazing.
You can have a lot more than that eventually.
I'm going to try my best, Paul. That's all I can say. I'm going to try my best.
All right. Good luck, Josh Daly.
Thank you.
A lot of action on that. Plus 108, but he still has one more ball for his fill on the strike. And here's Paul Grant.
Chris Jones, 131. Tim Susie with an 8 on the ball to go. 8 in the strike, 100 through 9, trying to get to 110 to end his 3rd string of 5 in this final qualifying round of 2.
And it's a 108.
Oh, I missed Barnes' last box. I'm sorry.
We got Nick Leach here. Now, Nick, you have 60 seconds to rebut Josh Daly. I said he was trashing you in a fun way. He got a 150, you got a 149. Anything to say in your defense?
No, because he's the captain of the Friday night team. So I want a bowl every week. But he's a great guy, great guy.
You won it a couple years ago with Austin Barnes.
I did, yeah.
How you guys doing so far today?
We're about average right now, 6.99 after 3, so not bad. Just got to pick it up a little bit.
Right.
Definitely.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Nick Leach. I defer the final 30 seconds to you, Greg Gouillart, which means let's pause 28.78 seconds for station identification.
This is Candlepin Bowling Network on Facebook and YouTube. Please like and follow on Facebook. Please like the video on YouTube, in fact. That'll help people see the video. And subscribe on YouTube as well and hit that bell icon so that you're always notified about our future uploads. We'll take a brief audio timeout.
I want to give a plug before we go to Candlepin Corner. Jordan, Britt, and Corey Lease do a great job, and their staff with Candlepin Skins at Leda Lanes, Nash, New Hampshire. The 9th episode, season 1, just came out recently. It's on Candlepin Corner on YouTube. Like Candlepin Bowling Network, it's free to subscribe, never a charge. Candlepin Corner on YouTube, Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube, free to subscribe.
Amen to that. We'll be back in just a moment on the other side of this edit. And welcome back. String 4 or 5 underway in the second qualifying shift. Top 24 partnership pinfalls will make it through to the elimination round in just a moment. Chris Jones still on our featured coverage, 3, 5, and 9. And Josh Daly, many consider him currently one of the best, if not the best, in the game right now. 5, 9.
And there's a banana split on lane 15. There you go, Casey.
And on 17, just now after that second ball, Daly starts with a spare. Josh Daly, said captain of Central 3, we mentioned in a moment. Jim Ayotte with Academy 2.
So, Paul was just plugging the Skins show, and I actually watched that game. That was awesome to watch.
All right, so we get the treat of Josh Daly, who's back at it again, a spare to start. Chris Jones returns with an 8 box to start his 4th of 5.
7.
8 in that first box.
7.
It says 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
he had a 7, but he had an 8, but now he got 7.
Okay.
He leaves the grandma's teeth with all kinds of junk.
Daly 8 in the fill, 18 through 1. Jones, good try. It goes.
Yes.
How about that shot?
7 was late.
Delayed action.
18 the ball through 2. No late fee. Daly, another one. This kid's unstoppable, isn't he? 8:28 in the ball through 2.
Okay, I want your opinion, and I want your opinion on
Never
this.
mind Outrun the Bear where he lost Nick Norcross, but hey.
All right, I want everybody's opinion on this. Do you think Josh Daly is going to challenge a lot of Tom Ulster's records?
If he hasn't already.
Tim Mature, one of the Rip and Rack podcasts a couple years ago, saw Daly as Ulster. Now, it's a bold statement, obviously. It's too early. You never know. Could he have injuries? You never know. But he has the tools to do it.
Yes.
But he's not going to the TV appearance that Tom Ulster had, obviously, in the streaming era.
No, he's not.
But he'll actually have more streaming opportunities than Channel 5 because we do more streaming now than Channel 5 did.
And we sure do seem to see a lot of him, don't we?
Yes, we do.
It's like Ulster was the face of Channel 5. Jeff Surratt was the face of WNDS. Daly's going to be the face of Candlepin Bowling Network, if you want to play it like that.
There's a lot of good ones.
Oh, yeah.
We're thankful for that.
Jeff Surratt, Dave Barber still blowing at peak levels. So many good ones out there. Justin Waters, Waters World, Danny Harris, Charlie Collins, Terminator Young Guys in the rise.
A lot of overlap as well, like Danny Harris bowled on WNDS, for example.
Well, Danny Harris was the youngest participant on WNDS. And he ran the ladder, and he lost to Tom Ulster, of all people.
Jones force from right, 1, 3, 6, 10 Daly looking for another mark. Won't be easy with a spread eagle.
I love how much longevity is possible in this game, and so the generations just seamlessly overlap. Craig Holbrook, probably the best example of that, who now has a Hall of Fame career twice or thrice over.
Mark Milliken made a spread eagle to the King of the River at Riverwalk Lanes every Sunday, 9:30 during the regular bowling season. His first spread eagle for a spare today. Congratulations. He had double strike also.
I was so excited when I made my one and only spread eagle that I filled it with 1.
Greg, that's the shot you want to put at least 9 on, not 1.
I am aware of the rules and regulations as promulgated by the International Candlepin Bowling Association. Thank you.
Jones 42 through 4. Josh Daly 49 through 4 in the 4th of 5. Players after the 5th string. Jones off to the left, 4-2 split.
Oh, my God, we had too much fun. It's actually 52, Greg, fair.
Long as you all are having fun out there as well.
44 through 3 for Josh. Take it. Jones pushes out the 3-9. Brutal leaf. Daly off to the right. Comes back for the 4. There goes the 2. 1 in the 7. Hold up.
You know, when I first met Josh Daly, he was a kid, and I was bowling the kids.
Oh, wow. Look at that shot for Jones. All that for a 10. That's a wow 10. 10s don't get enough love. 10s win a lot of matches, folks. 52.5. Those never seem to go for spares, do they?
And in a big field tournament, we've got 24 lanes in use for this shift and others for the previous shift, so those pins will definitely move you up in the standings.
Daly at 10, 61 at the half. Here's his teammate, Jimbo Ayotte. We mentioned earlier, 5 Pro Series titles, tournament champions, Pro Series playoff winner also, a Bowl of the Year a couple of years ago. Put a buck in, Josh. Put a buck in. The Paul Grant special, missed the second, make the third.
It goes there. Who knew?
Josh.
If he keeps ignoring you, the bucket's going to get thrown at him.
I'll charge him interest. May charge him $5.
No, we do not condone violence here. Jimbo
all in
Ayotte.
good fun.
Ayotte was both the Bowler of the Year and Pro Series champions the tournament before last.
Jimbo Ayotte looking at the 2 and the 5. Wood in between, wood behind. Starting his 4th string. Looks good. He has it. 10 of the ball.
My favorite chestnut about Ayotte is he's also won a Pro Series championship when it was at Pilgrim Lanes Haverhill, now defunct. And it was broadcast by Dan Murphy and Jim Barber on a special edition of Candlepin for Kids.
Hold on a second. This breaking news. Josh Daly got the Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third. He put a buck in.
Yes,
It's
I
not good
did.
for cancer.
Yes, I did.
Are you running a fever?
Fever.
You put a buck in.
Ah. You know what? You make some, you miss some. That's all I can say.
All right. Speaking, I thought chestnuts. You like chestnuts roasting on open fire.
Yeah, but Jeff Frost is
Oh,
nipping at
it's too early to talk about that. Ayotte, what a try. He got it. Wood slides down the 4. How about that shot? 15 through 1 on the spare 5, 25 and a ball through 2.
I just must be existing on a different plane of existence. I'm not with the humor and the references, and I just
That's
not
a strike
with.
for Susie.
I'm just not with any of this bowling ability. One day I aspire to be on that alternate dimension.
Everybody thinks I'm serious. I'm a clown. I'm a goofball.
I'm not answering that. As much as I want, I'm not answering that.
Ayotte, 8 more.
No funny business about that shot.
2 and a wiggle without a giggle on the 5.
Let me
33 through 2.
Here's a fun fact about Jim Ayotte that not a lot of people know. We all heard of Mr. Rogers, right?
Of course.
Paul?
Of course.
It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood.
I never really watched that.
Jim Ayotte has never heard of Mr. Rogers.
He's one of today's lucky 10,000, as one webcomic XKCD puts it.
Susie, 3-3 split on a strike.
Oh hum, another 300 denied. Never going to happen.
Jimbo for 3 in a row for another spare. Missed it. Wood's coming back, but not enough on it. Susie, oh, what a shot that was. 5 and a wiggle on the 6.
Good count on that strike.
Oh, somebody has a 4-bagger.
Jason Gauthier Jr., we just heard, got a 4 strikes in a row, 4-bagger. Susie got 5 of those 6 pins. That's a good fill on the strike. And he got it fell down for a spare?
No.
They put down, okay, the scoreboard showing spare. I thought so. It's 9.
Nope, 9 fill, 10 box.
All right, 19 through 1, 29 at ball through 2. The haunted scoreboard continues. Ayotte 43 through 3. So 4 strikes in a row for Jason Gauthier Jr. Good for him. Another one is guys in his 20s rising up the ranks. Speaking of good young bowlers. Richie from Western Mass.
He will not go 5 strikes, though. Oh, but he did spare, so that's 4 strikes to spare, interestingly. I may have to widen the camera a bit.
Jimbo 3-2 split. Here's Susie back in the pocket. Look at this leave. Got a little bit of a break.
Yeah, Gauthier has sat down, but as soon as he gets back up.
We got an update here. Tell the viewers your name.
Sean Landry.
Yep.
Jason Gauthier Jr. just threw a 4-bagger, 6 fill with another spare, 116 after 5.
116 in the ball
After 5.
with
yeah.
the spare on the 5th.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, thank you.
That is a wow. We might actually see a 200. We saw a 200 last year from Nick Norcross up at 120,
201,
117.
yes. All right, Jimbo Ayotte.
10 and 10 for
43
the.
through 3. Now 53 through 4. after the score correction. Still showing 52 up there. Susie, 39 through 3 after back-to-back 10s after a strike 9. Staying perfect so far. A diamond for Jimbo. Susie from Western Massachusetts. Bowling center, bowls in Western Mass. Lives in Brattleboro, Vermont, though.
Okay, I wasn't making up Vermont. Good.
We thought we were.
North Star Bowling Center. I wasn't making that up. Good.
Jimbo not happy with that shot. Missed the object pin. Susie. Maple serves the 7 for a spare. 49 the ball through 4. That was bad, huh?
I thought of worse, and I'm not going to say it. Drop a comment if you really want me to say it, I guess, and I'll still have to think about it.
Jimbo at 10, 63 half. I told you I'm a goofball.
That's a pin perfect 63 half, by the way. No Candlepins for Cancer money on this tournament, but many, many others.
Good thing.
Yeah. What Al Johnson does, including upgrading the setup, I'm sad I wasn't able to use some of the technology for this particular broadcast, but what he's done for Candlepin Bowling Network and just the sport as a whole is second to none.
Class of 2023 Hall of Fame with Steve Reno Sr.,
Harry
Bob
Reno.
Wickham, Harry Wickham, Harry Reno Sr. rather, Bob Wickham, and Tim Matero and others. Wally Baslinski. What'd you say? You said the wrong name.
No, Harry.
You said Harry. You said Harry Wickham.
No, I said Harry Reno.
Oh, okay, I thought you said Harry Wickham.
No.
Susie picks it off for a 10, 66 half. Daly 117.
Oh, what a shot!
Should be 10.
Oh, it's a 10?
That is a 10, yeah.
Okay, it's showing spare again the scoreboard, so all right, I got to pay attention. I can't see half the problem. That's a block by the viewers.
Pros and cons of the new Cubica system. Well, more pros than cons, although it does seem to forget there's a third ball involved. On the pro side, the smudges are correct. It's the Japanese style triangles and X's which actually make it the correct number of triangles on the scoreboard.
Can we get over Jason Gauthier Jr.? Can we reach over there when he's up?
Bowling. Yes, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled over there and make sure.
What lane is he on now?
He is on.
He's on over to our right here. I can see over on 21-22.
21-22?
Daly drives 9.
Daly left-hander. Use the wood spare. Wood shooter. We'll give him grief for that afterwards. 81 the ball through 7.
Anything for a buck, huh?
Anything help the charity.
Of course.
61,000 plus paid out to families the last 6 years. A lot of it the last 2 years.
I got to update the website.
I know. 61,500 and change.
Candlepin's number 4, cancer.com, if you want to donate as well and be a part of that growing movement.
And I don't have to be there for your lemon drop donations. You can do it via Venmo. Candlepin's number 4, cancer.com. Candlepin's the 4, cancer.com. Get a bucket in your counters like the centers also. Help out.
So,
Daly, 1 second. Daly in the spare. He drops 7, 4, 7, 9. Decent wood. Well, not so much now. 88 through 7, the 4th of 5. Chris Jones is at 73 through 7. 1, 8, 6 to right. Hardly ever see this go. Case in point.
So 7 bucks, 74 through 7, in fact.
Kevin?
So you were talking to Rich about doing a lemon drop pool in.
Oh, he got it! Vibrating spare.
Back to back.
The ball hit that or just vibrate down?
The ball took it.
Okay, I couldn't see it from here.
There it sits in the right gutter. There's your evidence.
98. 98 and the ball through 8. Slowing down just a bit by his standards. You were saying, Kevin?
So Rich was telling me that
Rich?
you were
Lerman, okay.
You were telling he was telling me that you asked him about my league on Wednesday night doing a lemon drop pool. One little problem. We use both sides of the house, and it would be very, very tough for me to keep track of that.
Just have him put in the bucket.
All right, I'll make a bucket then.
All right.
And Rich, if you're watching this later, we'll figure something out.
Chris Jones couldn't get the bounce to the 10 for the spare. Josh Daly from Danvers, Massachusetts, a 9 with the ball to go. Jones gets the 10. 84 through 8 here in the fourth. Daly right on it for a 10. Deadly pinner, 114 through 9. Finally, a 10-minute ride from home to get somewhere for a change, Greg.
Yep. Now I'm going to widen this camera because I do believe the boy in pink is getting on up in just a moment. Sorry to worsen this camera shot, but...
Can you see that okay?
Let's take a peek.
He'll be up in just a moment.
It is on 21, we said, right?
Yep, I'll check real quick.
Or actually, 22, I think it is.
I'll probably take the headset off and I'll go over there and I'll watch it and I'll give an update.
Fine with me.
All right.
20. Yep. Lane
Jason
22 in a second.
Yeah,
Jones
22.
spares.
They bowl the same lane the whole string. Move one lane to the right after each string in the qualifiers.
I should have realized it was a right-hand monitor. Silly me. Daly will not mark in his final box, but he's already north of 120.
How do you not predict the future, Greg?
123. And again, Gouillart on 116.
All right, I'll go over and I'll watch it.
Is Daly, yeah, they correct the score of 123, okay.
Yep. First ball, next ball on 22 is Gouillart's. If you want to take a peek at that. Jones's fill is 7 on the spare. Yep. Yep. We're good. We're good.
Here's Jimbo Gouillart crossing over. He's got the 3, 5, and a 7 right to left. Off a 63 half. Chris Jones knocks it down.
7 fill, 10 box, 111. Another
Under
solid
average.
string.
Yeah, under average. Tim Susi, 66 half, starts the second half as fourth string. Guy getting back. He worked a lot of 3 to 11 shifts for a while, so he couldn't bowl for quite a while. Back into the last couple of years or so. Deadly bowler. Gouillart takes a 10, 73, I believe.
Yep.
Yep, 73 through 7.
Remember, both these two have all the pins down so far. Perfect game, 10 spares and strikes.
Susi, look at the NFL Sunday goal post or Canadian Football League goal post. Jimbo back in the head pin, 2 perfect, spread eagle. One of the worst leads you'll ever ask for. Side 7-10. Oh, what a shot that was for a spare. Wood carried it. Tim Susi, 76 in the ball through 6 on Candlepin Bowling Network.
Love that slingshot action.
Jimbo, good bid, and the object wraps around the 4, 3, 6, 10 on the right. Try to get 3 here. Paul Grant, Greg Gouillart, Kevin Burns here. Academy Lanes Pub, 125, Haverhill, Massachusetts. The Bradford section, 725 South Main Street. Stop by, support Academy Lanes and Pub 125, a full bar, gorgeous looking, great high quality pub style food. You will absolutely love it. Jimbo, rare 7, 80 through 7. Susi on the crossover, still going, 7. Englewood in front of the 5 middle, 9 right, 10 right corner. 83 through 6. Jimbo with a 6-pack, -1. 5 down, 5 to go. Susi for the mark. He got the 2, not the 10.
Susi, all his head pins so far.
Jimbo trying to knock it down, 2 full, chopped out the 1 only. 2, 4, 7, 8 behind the 2. Susi a 10, 93 through 7 in the 4th of 5. Second and final qualifying round. Jimbo takes it with the wood for a 10, 90 through 8. Aaron Fontaine at it again this string. He's at 124 through 8 after a 236 string in a money match against Luke Marvin, another good young bowler on the rise in Western Mass.
Gouillart has just gone spare on strike.
So we couldn't get the camera over there, I guess, huh?
Hold on, does that say 174 through 9?
Yep, 174, and he's on a mark.
Hang on, he does not need a double anymore. He needs another spare. He could do this. Meanwhile.
9 the wiggle for JB on the right side. He's over there gathering around.
Zusi spares. He's still on a perfect pin and perfect head pin string right here. Oh, the 7 pin wasn't covered by that front wood.
He got the spare.
Yes, he did. What do we have? We have 190.
Can we switch over the camera by any chance?
It's on 22 right now. 192, I think that is.
I'll check it for you. Get the camera. Can you get the camera over there?
Not all the way, sorry.
All right, I'll check that for you.
We'll watch the action here.
He's got the 200.
He's done it. There was a 7 drop, 193 becomes 200 on the dot, and JB Gouillart Jr. has a 200 single on lane 22.
We said one of the rising stars, the young bowlers.
A 4-bagger and a spare, and the back half just barely in view here. Congratulations to JB. Yep. Action you see updating here. Go ahead.
Well,
and his previous high single was 179 before that one.
So, I just watched.
Get the paper over and tell them to correct it.
So I just.
Luke, you should be around more often. You should be around more often with the scores we see. Matter of time before it's yours.
And I think Candlepin for Kansas, we're going to give him $100 for that, for the 200.
Yeah,
$100.
I would. So anyway, Jason Gouillart did hit a 200 on the nose. He left 1 pin standing the whole match. The whole string, he left 1 pin standing.
Fantastic. Susie just left pin standing, interestingly.
And he is getting $100 for hitting.
So we heard. Well, what a moment that is.
That is quite a moment.
All the more reason I'm rushing this upload. You will see it out there on Candlepin Bowling Network right now, and we're glad you've had the chance. A-Phil A-out 117. Well, what a tremendous moment.
Jason Gouillart, your previous high single was 179. You get
180.
180. It was 170 on my sheets. Okay, we're up by pin. But congratulations, 200. What a feeling.
I still can't get over it right now. Still processing it.
Well, it was a dream. You just woke up. It was a dream.
Yeah, especially with how the last 2 games went.
I just decided Candlepin for Kansas is going to give you $100 for a 200
Oh,
string.
really?
Yep.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, so promote the charity.
Oh, yeah,
and,
definitely.
We'll give you $100. I'd like to give you 200. We'll give you 100. How's that? Should give you 200.
I'd like that.
All right. Oh, we'll give you 200. How's that? We'll give you $200.
Works for me.
All right. We have extra bonus money from last year, so we have $200 for Candlepin Cancer. Please promote the charity.
Oh, definitely. Sorry, everyone's congratulating.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're allowed to get distracted like that. Here's my question, if I may. When did 200 ever cross your mind, like after the first half, or was 200?
I mean, it was, but I was trying not to process that I was at 116 in the ball in the front half, and then just worried about just hitting the head pin on that back half.
So you just get in the zone. You don't even think about it, right?
Yeah,
you just
literally.
throw a ball.
Especially when I bowl, I just look straight down at the dots in front of me and just try to zone in.
Now, we're getting somebody over here, Aaron.
The unofficial.
Aaron, just like JB, just let you know, you got a 200. You got a 236 this week.
It's correct. Did it at Bogey Lanes, my home house.
So, anything to say in your defense, JB?
At least mine counts.
He's not terribly wrong, but
I'm not giving you.
Tell us how you really feel, JB.
Oh, me and him have gone back since we were kids competing. Me growing up a fun time, him being bogey 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
We always were at each other's throats at states and internationals. Just a friendly rivalry.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, you deserve it, buddy.
Thanks, bud.
All right, back to Greg.
thanks so much. With that, we'll take a brief time out and collect ourselves. We'll be back for String 5. String 5 of 5. Still the room buzzing with the news of JB Gouillart Jr.'s 200 on the dot. The Pro Series seems to bring out these big scores. I still remember Nick Norcross going over 200 at Augusta 1710. Kevin Burns alongside.
I was 5 lanes over, a couple lanes over from Nick's 201. Nick has, I want to say, 3 200 games to his credit right now. And Jason Gouillart just threw his first. And we're seeing 2 bowlers right now in front of us that are capable of doing it. One of them just threw one this week.
This is Corey Elisi on lane 16 with that open spare.
Josh with a 9. Very good.
And then you were mentioning the other likely suspects. Not that I'd count Corey out at this point. I just don't know anymore. But Aaron Fontaine, a likely suspect at this point.
Well, let's not forget what his grandfather said. He has, 10 more to go to catch up to him?
Raise your microphone if you would, please.
10 more to go to catch up to him, something like that?
Got to start somewhere. Hey, Ulster's put in the time and the effort. It seems like just a matter of time for a number of these bowlers. Elisi 7.
But I can say one thing. And this is no shun to Craig Holbrook, who's still bowling.
Ooh, good slice. That was a great spare. Excuse me, Kevin. But Corey Elisi just took down to 246.
But this is no punch to Craig Holbrook. I love Craig, great guy. But he has still not hit a 200. He's been bowling for 100 years.
While the mics are off, I was quipping to you, he'll probably keep going until he gets one.
He probably will. He probably will. Don't get me wrong. But also with 10.
And the stars have to align. After all, Craig Holbrook bowls with Team Hingham as well, just like Chris Jones we've seen earlier out of South Shore Country Club. That's a tough center. And the stars have to align, and it's unlikely to do so there. But still, many people love Candlepin for the challenge as well, and that's just an equally romantic part of the game for them.
And look what Paul came over with.
That's got Twix. I think Twix in that one. Twix chocolate chip Twix.
Okay, that's just what's those.
Elisi has an 8. Paul is distracting us with Pub 125 grub.
No, he's actually bribing us with cookies from the Big Seal.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
That's benefiting the Academy Lanes Kids League.
Very good.
Okay, final string of the qualifying rounds. Round 2 of 2. Josh Daly on lane 17 with a spare 35 in a ball through 3 after a spare 6 in the second after a 9 box to start.
It
Mr.
will be
Candlepin corner Corey Elisi 43 through 3. Sorry, Greg.
Yep, Daly gets a 10 bucks on the scoreboard correction there.
Okay,
he had the 3 and 1, but Wood ruined it as the pin was flying across. He was a little confused about that, but I think it ticked off the live wood, and that ruined the shot.
Nice 9 drop. Wood in front of the king, the 5. Mr. Candlepin corner Corey Elisi.
The king for the men and the queen for the ladies.
That's right. There's a king. There's got to be a queen. Let's get that incorporated.
The news headline was Gouillart getting the 200, although leaving 1 pin left on the plate. That's an easy spare for Josh. But Tim Susi also missed a pin-perfect game by just 1 box. He had an 8 box.
Elisi, good try. Bowling for Academy 1, the Friday Night Pro League. Again, Candlepin Corner on YouTube for him. Click and subscribe. Candlepin Skins, episode 9 of season 1 out.
There is some great content coming out. Both Candlepin Skins and coverage of Outrun the Bear. Chris Waterman on both of those, in fact. They're putting out instant classics. Yes, Bob Lee, they're calling it an instant classic of last 2 rounds of Outrun the Bear, the Elimination style tournament, much like this, that takes place at Ryan Family Amusements in Millis.
Chris does a great job.
Those rounds were fantastic, and the eventual winner put on quite a show.
Daly with a setback on the spare, 52 through 4 in the 5th. Corey 53 through 4 to spare 7, spare 8 to start. 1-4-7-9 on lane 16.
Spoiler, Daly does not win for once.
So, Greg, the format for the playoff, do you have the format for the playoffs coming up here?
Top 24 make the cut. Top 8 get paid.
Are there any buys, though?
Yep, top 8 from the qualifier get a first round bye. Now the top 8 that result from the elimination round, they get paid. Pro Series points get awarded to more than that, including just for the qualifier outcome, and qualifier scores are ranked individually, even though the playoffs and the format of the event overall is doubles.
Daly 9, 61.5. Corey Elisi, he gets a 10, 63.5 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Let's pause 13.78 seconds for station identification with the soothing sounds of Greg Gouillart.
This is Candlepin Bowling Network. Thank you very much for watching this presentation on YouTube, others on Facebook as well. Please like and follow on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube so that you're always in the know about the latest bowling content.
Any word on the ladies, how they're doing over there? Is there a printout we can get, Kevin, for the ladies over there?
I don't know if there is.
Can you find out?
It would probably be at the front counter, actually, if we can. We'll report it at some point. I want to be able to post it since everything's going to come out after the fact anyway. You're watching this after the fact.
Jimbo Ayotte starts the final qualifying string, 9-pin for a spare. Spread eagle for Aaron Fontaine. Grandson of Aaron Fontaine. Jimbo, no problem, spare. Aaron, good bid, slides down 2 of the 3 in the right.
All right, I'll go try finding that printout.
Yeah. You should be good. Our viewers shouldn't have heard that noise,
Aaron
thankfully.
is 7. All right, I got some cookies in the raffle they're doing over there. We have brownies. We have chocolate chip with Twix inside.
Huh.
And we got another brownie with. So your choice.
I don't know where to start. I might have a fuller stomach later, though.
Hey,
I
there's a banana
confess.
split. Where's Casey McCool? Out of Lakeside Lanes, Manchester, New Hampshire. It's always hungry.
That's not part. That's not part of the bake sale. I don't know how well that would keep.
He'd eat the whole bake sale if he could.
Oof.
He's a funny guy. He gets a kick out of it.
Fontaine really playing on the right side of that wood.
Yesterday it was Casey McCool's birthday, as Jimbo had a spare 4, now a 10, 24-2. Everyone loves Casey McCool out of Lakeside Lanes, Manchester, New Hampshire.
Maybe it's just because Fontaine is so demonstrative about it, but he just gives every single spare bit a go. He really expects he puts the ball in the correct spot, and he really thinks he has a good chance at every single one, no matter what. Sort of the mindset you have to have, regardless of how true it really is.
Aaron dunks the wood for an 8, just 15-2. Jimbo in the pocket with a check mark. Third box, 5th string. Academy Lanes, Pub 125, Haverhill, Mass. Biggest house in the world. 200.
Biggest
Jason got there junior last string.
It's the biggest Candlepin center. The biggest 10-pin lanes have over 100. Imagine
Right.
triple-digit
Candlepin, right.
lane numbers.
Yep.
That's in Japan.
Jimbo, a spare, I believe. Is that a spare?
Should be, yes.
Okay, 34 and a ball through 4. Again, trouble with the scoring system here.
It doesn't detect a ball, but this system very recently went in, so you just got to get the sensor calibrated. I expect that will be smoothed out. And
Look at this for Aaron. Oh.
Yeah, it took a swerve at
Missed
the
the
end.
head pin. It came back for the one. The wood rolled the 7.
But Andrew Medeiros was here from Cubica, making sure the system works well, and I'm sure he's taking note of the quibbles, the glitches from time to time.
9, maybe it's 8. The 5 holds up. 7 left. Fontaine, 10. 24-3. The final string of the qualifying rounds. Playoffs are next. We're in the 4th string or 5th string now? In the 5th, right?
Oh, it's the 5th string.
Yeah, I thought so.
Good grief. That's better.
Jimbo with the wood. Oh, what a shot that was. Spare. 5 into 7.
The ball caromed across for everything. Clever.
5 and 10 the mirror side. Gets the 5-7 left side.
For his 3rd spare and 4. Clip that one, says Josh. Everyone gets to tell Nico what to do these days. That's how it works, right?
Nico Puhart does a great job. Out in St. Louis, Missouri area, doing clips for Candlepin Bowling. He's a 10-pin bowler himself. Thank you, Nico, for all your support for Candlepin Bowling. Jimbo on the spare. On the nose. It's going to be a split again. 2, 4, 7, 6 on the right. Fontaine, strike. Or is that a spare? I couldn't see it. It's a spare.
Split conversion.
I can't see that. I'm getting blocked here by the bowlers. I'll just get that ladder for the playoffs.
Yeah, tried to slice that 3-1 over. It doesn't work out. Fontaine on 35 and a ball.
Yeah, having a hard time seeing over the bowlers. We're at ground level service here, pretty much.
It's like mild elevation or something.
Yeah. I'm 5'10", I'm not that short.
Fontaine, yes, he breaks this up. 3 pins on the right side and his best look.
Jimbo 65 half after that rare 7 for him. Solid half.
Man, I wish a $7 would bring me down to a 65 half.
A lot of future Hall of Famers here. Some of the best bowlers in the world. Pro Series, doubles season kickoff. Aaron pumps his fifth spare. 52 at the half, plus a ball. All right, Kevin Burns will give Greg the update here. Oh, I got the perch here. I can see up high now. Daly, another one. Strike. 71 plus 2 through 6. Mr. Candlepin corner, Corey Alisi on lane 16.
I noticed some of the scores appear incomplete, actually. I don't think the action is quite completed over there, but we'll check in just a moment.
Just missed right. 1, 2, 4, 7. 4 horsemen left.
At last check, the women's stepladder is supposed to be a sort of ladder-style show, like you would see in the TV shows. They don't have quite enough of the same elimination format the men do, at least at present.
They don't do playoffs, though, right, the ladies? Right?
But this time around, they will do something with the top bowlers. It will not be an elimination format, but it will be similar. So
okay, good.
They have more turnout, like almost double what they had last year.
Awesome. That's good for the ladies' game. We need more ladies to bowl.
So with that progress in mind, they're able to do this. And again, that half measure alone might also not last if it keeps up.
Daly for a double. 9. Leads up to 4. Corey robbed that spare. Got a 9, a 10 rather. 73 through 6. Left-handed Josh Daly. Foot of the mark. He missed it.
It just didn't go cross lane like it usually does.
80 through 6. Corey crossing over 9, 10. Strike. Dethrones the king from behind. Backstabbed him. 83 plus 2 through 7. Kids getting better and better. Daly wasn't there. 9. 89 through 7 in the final string. Playoffs are next. Josh keep it loose though, laughing it off.
Top 5 partnership totals advance.
Corey, beautiful ball. 5-pin wants to go. It does not cooperate. The setback lead, 4-7 left. He's on a strike. Daly back in the head pin. 8 more. Make it 9, maybe. Not this time. Maybe means no.
You'd half expect that pin to steamroll it.
At least on the edge. That's good for 2. 9 the strike. 92 through 7.
Prudent shot. Sure, the plank doesn't usually take it for a spare, but you're on a strike. Got to fill it up.
Josh 4 in the 8 for a spare. Missed again. Oh, came back. Offensive rebound.
Yes, we
spare.
are. Yes, we are recording.
Wow. Pick it while you can. Stolen spare. 99 the ball through 8.
Well, the pins are mean at other times. You got to take advantage while they're in a good mood.
Corey 9, 101 through 8.
And again, Daly still hasn't missed a single head pin. As long as the bowlers aren't within earshot, I don't believe in jinxes.
6 on the right, 2, 4 on the left. Anchor Bowls up next to wrap up the 2 qualifying rounds. Playoffs are next. Alisi trying to kick it over, just missed. The wood carried the 4. 2 in the 6.
Didn't get the 6 either, but with a little more to the left, it might have taken both.
Daly on the spare, crossing over, it's a triangle. 4 middle, 8 left, 7 right. 8 right, 7 left. 4, 7, 8. 106 through 8. Corey in 8, 109 through 9. Daly off to the left. Any more lucky to have maybe 2 more marks.
That one he'll want back, just like that single from earlier. He could have a higher score by this point.
Oh, a strike for Mr. Candlepin corner, Corey Alisi. 119 plus 2 in the 10th. Bring his Team USA World's team for this November at Leda Lanes, Nashville, New Hampshire. Coverage on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Daly 114 through 9 after the 8 box. A 3-1 split. 3-6-10, 7 left. Alisi going over double strike. Left side, 4. Trying to get to 129 somehow.
And that means Daly has hit all his head pins. 10 for 10.
Daly trying to ride the foot over. Won't go. Best he can do is 124. Alisi in the hole. 4 in the strike. 1, 2, 3. The Jackson 5. Easy as 1, 2, 3. ABC. That's when Michael Jackson went solo. Boy, am I dating myself. Daly at 8, 122.
Oh, Paulies, we all know that one.
Thank you. I feel younger now. I feel like a teen again. Final 5 boxes. Thanks for watching. Please share with your friends and family. Get the word out about this outstanding and unbelievable game of Candlepin bowling. Anybody can bowl, pretty much any age. Fontaine, strike!
Oh yeah, and make sure to watch the elimination round video as well, being uploaded separately.
62F, 72 plus 2 through 6. Top 24 qualify between the 2 rounds. Aod, clipped wing eagle, plus the 8 behind the 2.
Not a bad try.
Stuck with the 3 and the wiggling 6.
Yeah, it's split in the past 3.
Fontaine, check mark on the strike.
Fontaine had a 5-bagger as part of that. 5-bagger and a 2-bagger on his way to that
Nice.
236 asterisk.
Sorry, Greg. Nice 10 by Aot. 73 through 6. Fontaine just off the object pin, the 2. 7 on the strike. 79 through 6.
By asterisk, I only mean it's unofficial, maybe not quite the controlled conditions of competition that the ICBA would want, but rest assured, his match against Luke Marvin was very competitive, and his ability on his way to that 236 was obvious.
10, 89 through 7. Jimbo a box behind. Aod drops 9, maybe 10. It is, strike. 4 goes last. 85 plus 2 through 7.
Ayot's ball mixes so well.
Aaron Fontaine, 3-2 split. Grandson of Hall of Famer Tom Ulster. Tom won the very first President's Cup award in 1987.
In case you can't tell by the strikingly similar delivery.
Good bid. The wood twirls around but can't reach the 610. He picks it up for a 10. 99 through 8. Jimbo would love a double strike on Josh Daly's team. Josh has a 122. He's at 85 plus 2 here in the 7th. Just 3.
That's why they give you 2.
Last year was able to cover the women's and Millis, but with the Wi-Fi issues here, we cannot get reception in that left room.
Unfortunately.
Fontaine with a setback shot. The nickname came from Canada.
And that's when I was hoping to cover with an internet connection. But I do want to cover the women in a future broadcast, even though it will not be this one at this time.
Amanda Carroll got a 593. Awesome. I think you make 595?
555.
Oh, 555. Okay, it's still good.
See you next round. A 10 box for Fontaine, 109. Aon, huge strike there, 112 plus 2. 109 through 9 for Fontaine. He's pushing down the 4-pin. 8 is wiggling. 7, 8, and 10. I trust Carroll and Riva will be through to the next round.
I would think so. What did Madison get?
555, she said, right?
What did Amanda get?
582.
Oh, 582, okay. Fontaine gave it a ride. Trying to get to 119. Jim Gouillart on a strike. 112 plus 2 in the 8th. Correction, the 9th. Second strike of the string. Crossing over the double strike bid. Falls short with a check mark. Fontaine 10, 119, final string.
I will end this broadcast more or less immediately after this final frame just to make sure I'm all set up for the playoff broadcast. So we'll go straight into the outro after this strike fill and box completion.
8 in the strike for Gouillart, 120 through 9. Trying to get to 130.
2 more pins, he'll get there.
130 it is, 10.
Great string. 3 spares and 2 strikes to cap that off for Gouillart. You see it there, 252 for Daly and Gouillart, and 242 for Elise and Fontaine. So thank you very much for watching this broadcast. Please find and watch our elimination broadcast in just a moment. That'll be taking place in just a few minutes in our time, real time. But for Paul Grant, Kevin Burns, my name is Greg Gouillart. Thank you very much for watching this presentation of the Pro Series and Candlepin Bowling Network. And until that moment, so long.